Hello everybody, welcome back to Cry of Fear. This is my fourth try at this little beginning section because it's being a piece of shit. So we're in chapter 6. It's not over yet. It's also it's the scariest chapter of the game, and it's the second longest. So this one's going to be a bit of a trek. Alright, so we have to get out of this destroyed train. You can hop up here, nothing happens yet. As soon as you hop up onto this section though, we're basically timed to get out before the thing falls off. Right? It doesn't help that I'm at lower frame rate because I'm recording. It makes it a lot harder. So we jump up here, jump up onto this post, go over here, onto the door. You can actually stay crouched for most of this. You go here, jump up onto there, make sure you go right. And we're off. Oh, so when you come up where you had to climb on the door there at the very end, if you go left, for some reason, every single time you glitch into the door as you're trying to escape, and it just doesn't work. So you have to go that way, which is a little silly. Anyways, we get out of the train. We have nothing except one syringe to our name. And we have to just make our way through a fucking forest, which is phenomenal. First thing I'm gonna do is run over here and grab a lantern and a stick. I'll be ranting about the lantern in a second.
Nothing, I guess.
So we can bind all these. If we go over here, where is it? There's a page somewhere. If you remember those unlockable pages. Isn't there? Well, I guess not. Oh, there it is. I don't unlock secret weapons. Yeah, so if you remember at the very beginning when I mentioned there's that secret room, so when you get unlockable as different outfits, you can access them. Well, there's two. There's one at the very beginning of the game, and the second one is right here. So, once you beat the game once, you can access that little room. Now, we are heading into the forest. There's no enemies for a while. But one thing I'd like to talk about is, one, the atmosphere in this section is horrifying. Because the lantern gives you reduced fucking range, as you can see. I can't see very far. Now, actually, we're just gonna hold the lantern out because it looks a little better. There's no enemies for a while. So, but now the thing is, I don't like the lantern. It works for this section. If you play custom campaigns, they use it all the fucking time. You see the lantern over and over again, and it just creates it makes it artificially scary, right? It's cheap. Like, haha, let's make it more scary because he can only see like a meter in front of him. Thanks, yeah. And it pops up a lot and it makes me very pissed. But in this game, in the main game, it's fine. It's just in the forest section. So we're just gonna keep walking. There's no one for a while. We're just going through a stroll in the forest. As creepy as it may be. Fuck, man. Alright, there's the door. Is this... Okay, so that's the safe part of the forest. We're actually going to leave our stick behind because we need inventory space. So as you can see, Simon's fine, and as soon as he starts breathing. Well, why is that? Oh, God, this right here, this is the scariest part of the game. When I played this for the first time, alone, in my dark room, I was fucking shaking. So if you remember, there's one guy who we don't like very much, and is not a very nice guy, and he hasn't taken chainsaw safety once in his life. Yeah, so we're gonna have to run through a pitch black forest with a lantern and run away from Saw Runner. It is awful, and if you don't know where to go, you're gonna die over and over again. I will show you. So there's over there, you can see a light. There's a lantern and a doorknob. And over that way, you can't see it because it's pitch black. There's a house with a door that doesn't have a doorknob. So we need to get the doorknob, run over there, and get to the door. And not die. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Where is he? There he is. Oh. So a cool little thing, as horrifying as it may be, if you stand on this Doorstep, he can't kill you. That was kind of sad. I was hoping to see him. I kind of wanted to get footage of seeing him, but he's there. And in my original playthrough, I actually I was running through the forest and I ran by him while he was just standing there. So he's not there at all. And then once you grab the doorknob, he spawns just to the right of the house. And you basically just have to book it through the darkness and make it to the house. But once you're on that doorstep, you're safe. He can't get you. We got a branch. We got a new enemy coming up. That is awful. Alright, so we got a save point. Dude, my hands are shaking slightly right now, and I've played this a billion times. Alright, so we're gonna walk up. Are they gonna see us? Sometimes they see you and walk through the wall. Hello? Oh, shit. Hello. What the fuck? Usually they run right through. Come on. Whew. That is a crazy runner. Oh, and they... That got me a little bit. So, they, if you remember the Drown, they look a lot like them, except they run at you with a knife. Actually, if you remember the Cytelopram, if in Chapter 4, when I had... Somebody's cutting down a tree. If you remember when I had the flare and there was those enemies in the darkness down there, they work the exact same way. And they just go... and they walk at you and try to stab you. They're not super tough, but they're just in this forest section and a little bit in the later game. So there's actually one in there. You can, oh yeah, you can see her. See her? So if I do this... She'll get aggroed. And you might think the stick is like an awful weapon, and it is, but it's actually better than the starting knife you have at the beginning of the game, which is kind of funny. There's also one to the right of this house. Okay, she's dead. And... Is there another one over here? No. Alright, so our whole goal in this section... I'm actually going to make sure. I don't want to get jumped. Okay, yeah, so we had to get through here. There's a TV that says drop me. And, there's two there's two scissor halves. I know that sounds weird, but literally two halves of scissors sitting around. We had to get both halves, bring them here, make them into scissors to cut this rope. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop our stick. You need to do a lot of, in the late game, because you only have 3 inventory slots, you have to do a lot of juggling with your inventory. What I don't recommend is dropping your syringes at any cost, because I've had it where, so we're going to leave this scissor half here. Not enough to cut the rope with, but I could use another part. Yeah, so I find, especially later in the asylum, I'll, like, leave my syringes on one floor and go through the building, and when I come back, I might be missing some of them, so. There's going to be one dickhead. Right here. Come on. Yeah. Okay, dead. One. Alright, so we come across this disgusting ass building. There's one in the room to the right. Oh shit. Okay, she's dead. Alright, is there syringe down here? There is. Alright. Now we go upstairs. And there's one in here. Fuck. Yeah, they swing really fast. It's kind of hard to avoid. But on lower difficulties, they don't really do a lot of damage. So there's actually, despite the creepy sounds and shit, there's actually no more enemies in this area. So we can just fucking leave. Alright, so we're gonna drop our lantern real quick. Combine. Pick back up our lantern. Hotkey it. And... Okay, boom. Nice. We're gonna go back here and grab a stick. I think there's a stick on the ground right there. Yeah, there is. Alright. So what's cool about that little, like, drop in the TV and shit, that's all hand animated. There's no physics, because this is a much older engine. There's no physics, like Source or whatever. They actually had to hand animate that break-in. So, that's cool. This section also sucks. So we finally get a save point. Watch out for the trees. Also, I don't know why Simon's breathing is so, like, compressed sounding, like the sound file. Anyway, so what's going to happen here is we're going to walk through this forest section, and there's going to be women with nooses dropping from trees and screaming. And they hurt you a little bit. I'll show you the pro way of doing it. You run this way. Run all the way to this. And stop. And get your stamina back. Now you just make a beeline for that lantern. Oh, fuck. And if you try to use this door... Yeah, one of them comes out. Now you can just hug this wall. And get through this door. And that little area is done. Now we have the last section of the forest before we get to the asylum. The bunker, or whatever the fuck this is. Which is awful. Oh, let's go in. Sounds very inviting. There's only one enemy in this section, but it's more of an environmental hazard. So what we have to do here is there's going to be these doors in the ground, and we have to cross them at the right time, not to fall in. I've only died a few times in this section, but the pressure's on. I really don't want to die, so. Okay. Now some of these doors are sneaky, some of them, like this one. Some of them stay closed for a while and open really quickly. Like I want to make sure I don't fall in here. Alright, we're good. Whew. And then one of these we're actually supposed to fall into. Is it this one? Yep. So even if the door's closed, you fall right through. Now these doors can kill you too. They're a little jank. I have times where like they hit me and I don't die, and sometimes they do kill you. But just don't fuck with it. So the strategy is if it's open, you walk up against it, and then once it closes, you can just pass, rather than getting slammed in the face. Like that. Okay, and we're coming up on... This is a unique enemy. He's only in this specific encounter in the entire game. He's not very tough, but he's loud and scary. He's called an upper. Die, you motherfucker! And he hits you with this fucking crusty-ass boot. Ugh. He looks horrific. And he kind of looks like Simon, which is a little scary. Yeah, so that's the forest. Now we're getting to the better section, in my opinion, the asylum. Yeah, and there's thunder and shit. Oh, let's wait for it again. And what's really cool, so after you beat the game for the first time, you get developer commentary. And in a lot of these sections, there's little, like, Valve-style bubbles you can hit, and mainly Andreas, the main lead dev, will talk about the game. How they did that is they literally it's just a skybox switching really quickly, which is genius. Alright, now we're going to run into an old friend who we haven't seen in a while. It's the doctor. Where's he going? Wallenberg. This is a real place. Now, Sweden used to have the biggest mental hospital in Europe at one point. So we're heading down to the basement. So this door right here is closed, this electric door, so we need to turn on the power to actually open it to go see the doctor. Take a right, go in here. Yeah, so this place is actually a real mental hospital. Yeah, so Sweden used to have the biggest mental hospital in the world at one point. It was just a big complex. And then, I don't know when, I couldn't give you dates, but it was like 90% of it was destroyed, and just this one building was left. And the dev team actually went there, took pictures and shit, and basically just recreated it in this game, and it looks identical. We finally have a fucking flashlight, thank God. Look at this. We actually have a flashlight. Now this is the generator. We need to do a puzzle to get it on. We have to get all of these little cylinders to the top, and here's our panel. Now, If you play it for the first time, you're probably not going to do very well. It's going to take a while. But the combo is actually really simple. It's set. It's a set puzzle. It's the same every time. You just do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it works. Oh, sorry, you actually have to get him to the bottom. Locate the doctor. Alright. Yeah, that puzzle isn't too bad. It's the same every time, so... Don't worry about the noise. There's nothing there. What is going to be here, though, is a drown. So this door is closed until we turn the power on, and now it's open. Hello. Yeah. Not much of a threat when I have a stick. Okay, he's dead. Yeah, so this is the one time in the game where you have to fight a suicider when you don't have a gun. And you get his attention, stand around the corner, he walks up, you rub up against him, and if you're touching him, he'll shoot himself. I don't know why, that doesn't sound like a very good idea. But, like, on his end. Alright, so there's 2 guys in here. There we go. Actually, we're gonna make the gun slot 3. I prefer my gun in slot 3. Alright, so we have a shotgun here. We're not gonna take it, though, because it's like... I only got 3 inventory slots, man, and I need to be able to see. And this asylum is dark as fuck. So the shotgun is basically useless. So we're gonna head up, and we're gonna go find the doctor. Luckily, I know exactly where he is. There's one enemy we have to fight here. It sounds like she's to our left, she's to our right. Yeah, not so tough now, eh, when I have a fucking gun. Alright, so we're gonna head upstairs. Now, first thing I want to do is go up here. Because there's a drowned enemy that I have to kill. And we can walk around for a little bit. There's 2 things we can grab. Because enemies spawn throughout this area later, but there's none yet. So we can grab a syringe and a mag. And if we head over here, we find our doctor.
What the fuck do you want? You're crazy. I'm close enough. I can't. There's a big
Fucking gate in the way. I love that line. How?
You got a gun. The subway. The guy you shot. Remember? Look, just open the gate, will you? I'm tired of all this. If I do, will you open the gate for me?
Yes, I have it to you right here. Go and get it.
Alright.
Fine.
So we have to go get this gun for the doctor. And you can't actually kill him, you can shoot him. And he says, "Stop, Simon." He sounds like a Liam Neeson with a gas mask. Alright, so I usually play this section in a different way. You can actually get the gun first before talking to him, and that's really cool. Do enemies spawn in the corner here? Not yet. No enemies yet. Well, there's one enemy. So we're about to be introduced to a new foe. He's called the Psycho. And he runs really fast, has medium health, and hits really hard with his axe. He's right here. Ooh, and that's like you can actually unlock that axe. He has a paper mask, but I don't fucking know. He's weird. Anyways, we're clear. So what I'm gonna do, you only do this if you know it's gonna be safe. So sometimes, because we only have 3 inventory slots, right? So we need to drop something to get the gun up here. So I usually drop my handgun, and sometimes I forget that this guy's down here, and he scares the fuck out of me. So yeah, but there's no enemies because we already cleared the basement, if you remember. So we can just go. There is actually. Oh wait, fuck! There is one enemy. So what I'm gonna do? You know what? Well, actually, we'll put the shotgun to use. Forgot there's one enemy in the bowling alley. We could just ignore him, but I don't want to. So we're gonna grab the shotgun. All right, Simon's out of breath, I guess. All right, so we come into the bowling alley here. The Glock mag. There's something strange about Dr. Purnell. That's his name, Dr. Purnell. And our handgun's over there, but we're gonna go kill a guy real quick, because you know. Now it's gonna be a bit dark, but he's in back here. Ooh, couldn't even see him. Yeah, it was one of those book guys. Oh, there's a clock mag back here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down here, we're gonna drop the shotgun, and pick up the new handgun, the P345. It's a Ruger. But it has no ammo. Yeah, so we just gotta take this up to the doctor, and now what this is this is our... If you remember way back in some of the earlier episodes, I mentioned that there's 2 decisions you make that give you an ending. There's two choices you have to make that determine what ending you get. So the first one was fighting Carcass back in Chapter 3, when Sophie died, whether fighting him or not fighting him. Now, our choice is give the doctor the gun or don't. Now we're going for the good ending, so we are going to give it to him.
Here. There's no ammo in it, though. Now, give me the key.
Thank you, Asylum. I'm glad you came, Doctor.
Oh,
Crazy bastard! I'll kill you!
alright, well, we just got shot, which is not good. Okay, what we're gonna do... Alright, so yeah, he shot us, and you can see in the bottom left my health bar is permanently lowered, which is a pain in the ass. Now, if you don't trust him, you get one of the bad endings. However, your health bar isn't as permanently low. Now we gotta clear out the area. There's more psychos. So, there's a key there, and we need to take it to a room over there. I'll show you what the puzzle is in a second. I just need to clear out this area first, because I can only hold certain amount of weapons. Got right here. Got right here. We're gonna leave our block right here. I have a feeling someone is behind this door. Yeah, we'll see that in a second. So I'll show you what we're doing. Get the gate key. Alright. Come in here. There's another key, the staff key. And a phone. So our whole goal in this section is to find, to get a phone number to call. Also take this and aim it at that. And now we can go back to that door where we left our Glock. Also, this gate is glitchy. Sometimes you'll go through it and it will spit you back out on the same side. I don't know why. Yeah, this asylum is dark. So we're gonna go in here. Empty ass room with a chair. We go in here and the door locks behind us. Now we get to hear a lady crying. I can't open the door. Yeah. Cool. There's 2 halves of this plate that has the phone number on it. What I'm gonna do is, so usually I'd have to drop my syringes and shit here, but that makes it risky because I can't take a lot of hits. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna clear out this floor first. So if we come out here, we walk forward. If you remember, it said I think there's someone behind that door. Well, there certainly was, and there's one in the corner here. There we are. We'll drop our clock here. We'll drop the plate right here, and then we'll go get the other half. So, if you remember where that... We're gonna go where Dickhead broke out of here. Come into his room. I'm not exactly a fan of the architecture. Go over here. Reload real quick. Yeah, there's where we entered the asylum. Drop down. Go over to this window. And there's our other piece. However... You alright there, sir? He's pretty good at holding that axe up. Wouldn't that get tiring after a while? I guess not. There's no more enemies. There is literally no more enemies. Like, I'm 100% sure of that. I'm 100% sure there's no more enemies. So we can go through here. And we'll be getting another Glock in a bit, so we can go up. Alright, the code is 51173979. Okay. So 51173979. Fucking got it, bitch. Who's that? Oh, hey, look, it's the real Simon. 4749. Thank you, and eventually the light goes out. 4749. I can wait for it? Yeah, see, the light goes out. Alright, we got our code. Now we're going to the attic to see if we can catch the Dr. Lacken. Remember, we killed the drowned up here. Alright, we got a save point. Okay, and here is our keypad. 4749. Okay. Oh, I'm still carrying the tablet like an idiot. There we go. Alright, we're getting a shit ton of ammo. There's definitely, definitely not a boss fight coming up. Don't worry about it. So this is my favorite voice line in the entire game.
There you are. You're dead. You're so fucking.
Alrighty. Fourth boss of the game. So he has that gun, I have a Glock. So what we're gonna do is we can actually sit back here. Let's heal real quick. No. So this is our kind of cheat spot. Yeah, don't try to rush him, by the way. If you rush him, a cutscene plays and you get your face blown off. Okay. So suiciders do spawn over to the right periodically to give us ammo and also to threaten us. I have a lot of syringes. Fuck. Yeah, they dropped from the ceiling over there. Sir, where are you? There you are. Yeah. So if we would have not trusted him, we would have had his gun for this fight. And it would have done a lot more damage to him. But we're going for the good ending, so we just got our Glock. And it doesn't do a lot per shot. Come on. He's invincible but when moving between cover, by the way. Okay. Oh, someone's out of bullets. Oh shit. Reload, reload, reload. Give me your Glock ammo, please. Alright, let's finish this fucker off. Alright, and... Bitch! Alright, this is where the plot really
Simon, the
tells
penance
us.
by itself won't make you feel better. You have to do something more than that. I recommend that you try a new modern treatment called cognitive therapy.
What's that?
Well, it's a set of exercises you do, a way to forget the past, all the bad memories and anxiety you have. Are you interested in books, Simon?
I don't know. Why?
Alright. I just wanted to find out, because I want you to try out something. I want you to write a book about how you feel. Do you think you can do that?
I guess so. I can try.
Ready for a sick ass head crush? Yeah! I fucking love that! Whew. Alright, so. Whew, sorry, I had to get that out of my system. So, Dickhead is fucking dead as shit. Yeah, he is no more. So that cutscene there basically has put the plot together. So we're playing as. So Simon is in a wheelchair, sad, and is writing a book about how he feels, and we are playing as him in that book. So this is his like bad interpretation of the Doctor that we're fighting, if you get what I mean. Anyways, chapter's over, so I'm going to go and save. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this chapter. It's the scariest one in the game, as I've said. The next chapter is the last one in the game. Yeah, we have one more encounter with Saw Runner. We're going to go through Kirkville, and then the final boss. So, if you guys enjoyed this one, let me know. And I'll see you guys next time.